What's up, HRB? I'm Ernesto Jaimes.
And I'm Milo Clarkson. Welcome to What's Up, our weekly show about what's going on at the high school.
Students have always had to balance school with work, but coronavirus has made it harder.
Keone, Daniel, and Yadae talk to students about their jobs.
My name is Grace. I am a senior at the high school here, and I work at Solstice down at the waterfront, and I'm a sanitizer right now. Pretty safe at work. Everyone wears masks, and everything is sanitized routinely. I work about 16 to 20 hours, about 4 days a week. I stay up late doing homework, or I work on it in the morning before ELC. It's definitely sometimes a challenge, especially with some of the classes I'm taking, but I've managed to just find time to do it. I'm taking public speaking, Calc BC, AP Gov, and AP Computer Science. I'm working a little too much for the classes I have, but it is kind of nice. Like right now we have this 2-week freeze, so I have 2 weeks off, so I get a break. But I know I've definitely kind of started to drop down in hours by having people cover my shifts, because I understand I need to take a break sometimes, and so when people will cover it, might as well let them. If you're feeling overworked, just talk to your boss and say, hey, I can't work this much. And on the other end, you could also talk to your teachers and just go to their office hours and kind of explain your situation. And the more that everyone understands, the easier it'll be for you.
Hi, my name is Guadalupe, but people call me Lupe. I work at Subway, and I'm a senior this year. I feel somewhat safe, not that much, just due to the people going in and sometimes not wearing masks. I tell them to put on a mask, but they get mad, so I don't know. Per week, I work. I don't even know. Hold up. I don't even know. I'm not really good with fixing my schedule and everything like that, so it's really complicated just due to the fact that I need money for college and other stuff. It's not the best. I can't balance it together, but I'm there. I'm taking Reading 115, economics. I'm in lots of clubs too, so yeah. What else? Yeah. The risk of getting COVID, because I'm out working, and then I have to come home with my dirty clothes and everything, and you never know what's on it just due to me helping customers. And I could risk not only me, but my family, everyone in my household, to COVID. So, yeah, it's scary. No, I don't. I actually don't.
Before break, we talked to Troy Tacti about how he's handling online teaching.
This week, we bring you another teacher who the journalism kids say is doing right. Science teacher, Catherine Davis.
So my name is Catherine Davis, and I am a science teacher at Hood River Valley High School.
Okay, and for the interview, what has been your biggest challenge you've had so far for distance learning?
I think the biggest challenge for distance learning is building relationships with students. It's one of the reasons I love teaching. Of course, I love science, but I also love being around students and building a community with them in the classroom, and that's really hard to do online, especially when cameras are off and students aren't participating very much. It becomes really difficult to get to know them and understand their needs. So that's been probably the biggest challenge.
So how have you been trying to get past that challenge?
One of the ways, this quarter, so we just started a new quarter, and this quarter I've really been trying to emphasize turning cameras on, because I didn't do that in the first quarter, and that's actually helped a lot. I find that students are pretty willing when I ask them to, and it just makes me feel more connected, because I can see their faces, I can see their reactions, I can tell when they have a question. It just makes it a lot more interactive. Some other things I've tried is I always use a random name picker. So I just try to make sure I'm asking different students to participate, because it's really easy to to call on people whose faces you can see. So I try to make sure I'm calling on students, all the students at different times, just to make sure everybody's getting a chance to participate. I like to try to incorporate some kind of games occasionally, so things that just help build community, try to have fun in class to help people want to be there and enjoy the class.
HRV's youth outreach worker Paula Escobedo has many jobs, and one of them is to help keep students connected to school.
Youth Advisory Council is a group she leads that works to close the gap between the Latino community and the rest of the community.
Andy, Ruby, and Perla talked to her about it.
Basically, it's a youth advisory council, so youth advise me on things that might be going on. So basically what happens is I have a couple questions. Maybe there's some issues, maybe things are going on with school that they just don't feel like the Latin community is being represented. Talked about that, and then I kind of go through and I try to go and take the right channels of reaching out to the correct people to trying to relay that message so that we can bridge that gap. Once a month on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. They're 45 minutes long, so 10 a.m. to 10:45. So I am the youth outreach worker. I work for the Next Door Inc. and I'm contracted at the high school. What I do is I support students in really, you can name it, and I will help find the resource or I'll help support them. So I didn't, and at the same time, I'm glad that it happened. So what happened is that it's part of a grant. One of the requirements was to kind of create something like Youth Advisory Council for Latinx students and just overall. And so basically that kind of came about, and I was really excited to be able to do that and really use my perspective of growing up and being, the only Hispanic family in the town that I grew up in, and understanding those hurdles of people maybe not understanding your background, your culture. So Inspiration Circle is a girls group, and we talk about so many subjects. We just really try to bring a group of girls together where they can rely on each other to give each other advice. They can rely on Miss Bentley and I, and just really create a really supportive, safe, non-judgment space. Youth advisory, I would say the difference is that I think it's the same thing of connecting with students. It's a very specific students because it's the Latin community, the Latin students, but still it's about coming together and figuring out what can we do to make things better. What are the issues, and being honest about there are no requirements. If you want to come in and you want to join, you're more than welcome. Go ahead, email me, let me know, and I'll give you the time and dates and a flyer that has the Google link.
That's our show for the week. Thanks for watching.
We'll leave you with an idea for a way to get out of the house.
You could go to downtown Hood River and check out all the outdoor art.
That's what Sarah did, and she came back with some pictures.
Come back next week and we'll tell you what's up. No, now we did this so bad. Dude, that was so off.